Today's video is a bit of an experiment. Typically, I teach. I educate about all things personal finance, and I focus mainly on seeking financial independence and early retirement. But today, I'm actually seeking your advice. But before you click away because you think I'm not offering any help, I'll definitely share a few personal thoughts and ideas, but also I'm hoping the answer you're here looking for is actually in the comments below. I definitely challenge you to leave a piece of advice and also poke around for an idea or resource in the comments that might be of use to you. It's like those change trays on the counter at the corner markets. Leave a penny, take a penny. A penny for your thoughts. What I'm hoping for is that you're willing to share your number one piece of financial advice for me and my future wife in just 5 days. How did you merge your finances? Or perhaps you didn't. What goals did you set as a couple? What's something you did that you regret? And I will share our recent regret in a moment. What tools, app, accounts, or resources do you use in love? Are you both involved in the finances, or do one of you take the lead? How do you handle taxes and work benefits? Do you have a shared bank account or separate ones? How should we handle paying off student loan balances? And by the way, mine is much larger. Is everything now our money, or should we keep some separate for spending? I'm a money nerd and I don't have my head around this big change. It's definitely a good problem to have, don't get me wrong, and I am looking forward to solving it together and possibly with your help. Most of all, if you're already financially independent and or retired early as a couple, how the heck did you do it? What were your best tactics or methods? Any financial advice for newlyweds is welcome, no matter how big or small, as we start our new adventure in life together. I plan to listen to any and all marriage advice from family and friends, of course, IRL this next week, and I am hoping for some fun, friendly financial advice from you via YouTube. I do read every comment, I try to reply to most, and I have definitely learned a ton from viewers over the years. And actually just last night, we were talking about what to do with our finances over dinner, and obviously we still don't really know. I think we'll keep everything status quo through the end of the year to keep it simple, but come January 2022, we want to make our financial moves together, assuming we land on a direction, and eventually I will let you know what we landed on in a follow-up video. I did mention though one recent regret, and I'll share that now. It has to do with the wedding, but probably not what you might expect. You're probably expecting I'm gonna say that we went over budget, and yes, we did by a decent amount. They say whatever you think you're going to spend on a wedding, double it. Now, we didn't quite get that far over budget, but yeah, almost. Now, I don't want to regret overspending, but looking back, ultimately we agreed we don't want to regret not spending money to make it perfect. For example, we almost skipped a videographer, and we definitely would have regretted that. Our one regret actually has to do with how we organize our savings and payments for shared wedding expenses. After getting engaged, we got a little overzealous, and we went straight to our credit union that we both use separately and opened a shared savings account. Now, the intention was right, to pull savings out of the main account and put it into a shared account that was specifically earmarked for the wedding and or honeymoon. In reality though, it actually made it more complicated to stay organized. It started with what I just said, for the wedding and or honeymoon. We were blindly saving for both and constantly spending towards both. It was hard to keep track of what was wedding and what was honeymoon, so it required a separate spreadsheet and several tabs. It was hard to keep track of also who put in what. Now, looking back, we should have split up who was gonna cover what and documented that on a Google Sheet as we went. The new savings account just caused that extra step of shuffling money in and out of the account and actually made it harder to track. It was good in theory, but confusing and overcomplicated in practice. That account fiasco, okay, it wasn't a fiasco, but it was a complication, made us really wonder, how are we going to manage our money after these two huge life events are behind us? And that's where I'm hoping you come in and come through with some friendly, fun advice today. I fully see the benefit of combining everything, but I also now understand the argument for keeping things separate, which is actually what we're currently used to. Now, in terms of our current situation and views, I have super ambitious financial goals, like reaching FIRE in the next 10 to 12 years. She's totally happy working a 9 to 5 for the foreseeable future, so she doesn't get bored day to day, but is equally responsible with money overall. We still rent here in Seattle, which is something we tried to change but failed at buying this year. Home ownership and kids, though, are definitely a part of our future at some point. Our only current debts are those pesky student loans. we're in good shape overall, but we genuinely don't know if we want to combine or even how to combine effectively and what else might need to change. What we're also considering is something I've talked about before, which is the starve and stack method. In fact, I made this whole video about it that you should check out for more on that. But essentially it's living off of one person's salary and saving and investing 100% of the other. Ideally, we'd live off the lower of the two, but that's going to be very difficult to start. I'm guessing in year one, we live off the higher and invest the other. But again, how we organize the income we save and invest is where I could use some suggestions. Another thing I know we'll continue to do is our monthly or bi-monthly money parties. Basically, it's a glorified happy hour meeting at home. We make fun drinks. We try to focus on a financial theme. Obviously, they've been all wedding and honeymoon lately. It's an hour or two max, and it's positive, fun, and super productive. Seriously, just calling it a money party is game changing. And I actually have a one-sheeter that you can download to get you started with your first party, that I'll link below. The truth is, I started 4 or 5 other videos to post today, but as you can imagine, I found it hard to find the focus to deliver something meaningful that I'm super proud of today. So on a run this morning, I came up with this idea to just ask for some advice. But my other main goal today is simply to express gratitude and say thank you, especially for those of you that have watched the last year or two, and especially for those of you that have left comments, liked videos, and spread some positivity my way. YouTube has been this steady, fulfilling, calm, creative force in my life I can count on to channel my energy and keep me balanced among the chaos of planning a wedding during a pandemic. Every view, like, subscribe, and comment has kept me motivated and positive, so I genuinely want to thank you. This channel gets me out of bed in the morning and keeps me in a good mood into the evening. I love sharing wins with my SO, and I'm blessed that she enjoys talking about it and seeing the growth and cheering me on. I'm lucky in so many ways, so really, that's what I wanted to share and express today more than anything. I hope you excuse my asking for suggestions and not teaching video today, but again, I hope the answer you came here looking for is in the comments from someone else. To each their own, but together we can make life a lot easier for one another by sharing and offering tips, advice, and stories. I do have a very special video I'm putting out next you don't want to miss. I made it many months ago, but I've been waiting for the exact right moment to post it, and that moment is nearly here. Subscribe to be in the know about that one. Like if you appreciate my honesty and vulnerability today, I guess, asking for some advice instead of giving it. I look forward to reading every comment on this one, probably 2 or 3 times. And I'm gonna do another thing different and leave you with a minute or so of relaxing music, because this is typically when I start writing my comments on videos and I get really stressed out that the next video is gonna autoplay and my comment won't get posted. My name is Frankie, her name is Claire. I'm off to marry her, my best friend, in just a few days. It's surreal that it's finally here, but I'll see you on the other side, the brighter side, the best part of life side. Thanks. Now, go tell your partner you love them and give them a big ol' sloppy kiss. That's gross. Just a simple hug will do. See ya.